They say if you see a candle burning in the old graveyard past midnight, you must never approach it. Never. But Mark didn't believe in warnings. He wanted to film proof for his channel, to show how silly urban legends really were. The graveyard was a sea of crooked stones, the earth swollen as though it still tried to breathe. The night was moonless, silent, and colder than it should have been. Then he saw it. A single candle, glowing faintly in the center of the grounds. Flame steady though no wind stirred it. He crept closer, camera rolling. The candle sat atop a small marble altar blackened with soot. Melted wax ran down like veins pooling into the dirt. Around it, symbols had been carved into the ground, circles and spirals, drawn deep enough to cut the earth like wounds. That's when he noticed the shadows. Not his own, not from the gravestones. These moved wrong. They leaned toward the flame, stretching thin and twisting unnaturally, as if thirsty for its light. Mark swallowed and raised his camera higher. A whisper slithered out of the darkness. "Do not snuff it out." But the dare burned hotter than fear. He blew. The flame died instantly. The graveyard plunged into blackness. For a breathless second, all was quiet. Then he heard it, the wet scrape of something rising from the soil. Fingers, pale and slick, broke through the earth around him, curling like spiders. Dozens of them. Then faces, eyeless, jawless, gnashing in silent hunger. Mark stumbled backward, but the candle relit on its own, flame-tall, blood-red. And beside it now stood a figure, hooded, cloaked in shadows that crawled like smoke. Its hands were nothing but wax, dripping constantly, reforming into long, pointed fingers. The candle keeper. It tilted its head, flame burning where a face should be. In its grasp it held a human skull, the top carved out to serve as a candle holder. The wax dripping from its hands filled the skull, forming a fresh candle, wick made of braided hair. Mark gagged, recognizing his own hair. The keeper raised a hand. Mark's body froze, rigid as his skin hardened, cracking. Hot wax poured from his eyes, his mouth, his ears. He screamed, but his voice bubbled as molten wax sealed his throat. His arms locked, bones stiffening into tallow, skin congealing. In moments, he was no longer flesh, but candle. The keeper set him on the altar beside the others. Hundreds of candles lined in neat rows, each flickering with a trapped soul. They wept in silence, flames bending in agony. When dawn came, hikers passing the graveyard saw nothing but graves. But if you step inside at night, you'll see the faint glow of candles burning. Look close enough, and you'll see faces melted, screaming, flickering in the light. And somewhere in the dark, the keeper waits for the next flame to go out.